Guys, thanks for joining me once again. You know what? I am going to be talking about the Football Association of Zambia and just how some of these our African nations, mishandle our funds, our money, because I wanted to talk about this story when it came out and when this statement was released. But as no were messing with my mind, I was very preoccupied, and I just didn't have the energy. But I really wanted to basically just show you guys what is happening out there. And it's sort of like the arrogance we've got as well, where we try and deal with official things that basically are based in law, like it's a family issue where you can just tell a family member to pee off and everything will be fine. So, this is about a case, coach, a former national team coach called Aljosa Asanovic. So this statement, I'll read it. It says, from the Football Association of Zambia, and they released it on the 25th of January, 2026. It says the FAZ has so far paid 520,000 US dollars and successfully restructured the outstanding balance owed to former Zambia national head team coach Asanovic, with repayments running until 2028. FAZ General Secretary Machacha Shepande disclosed that in his report to the executive committee meeting held at Football House. Shepande also described the settlement process as laborious and explained that the current administration inherited the Asanovic matter in default following a 2023 FIFA ruling that ordered FAZ to pay the Croatian coach $1.252 million. Now, basically, this case has been running for such a long time. So they get rid of a coach. The coach is like, you owe me 40,000 US dollars. And they say, we don't owe you that money because for whatever reason, the previous administration decided they didn't want to pay him this money. And I think they just thought he was going to walk away, which is ridiculous. So anyway, he goes to this court over arbitration. And then FIFA say, well, no, in fact, not only are you going to pay this man because actually when they agreed, he said, okay, pay me 20K, pay me 20,000 US dollars. I'll go my way and continue with my own thing, whatever. What do FAZ do? Instead of finding 20K to pay him, they decide to be absolutely dumb as you can imagine. It goes to FIFA. Instead of even like trying to settle it outside FIFA, I don't know what they were expecting. FIFA charges them $1.2 million. And now this matter, instead of actually trying to resolve it, they sit on it and do nothing about it. It was sitting in default for years. So anyway, you've got this new guy, Peter Mwemba, new guy in this kind of administration. So I think he's trying his very best. I think this is the best time. If you want to implement anything at FAZ, this is the best time because you've got some novice who probably wants to please as well and try to clean house, try to do things as well as he can do. So they have managed to give him $500,000, over $500,000. And then they have sat down with his lawyers and said, you know what, there's no way, we as a football association, we are struggling. Look at how we did at the African Nations Cup. We've got no resources to give you $1.2 million. Can we take 2 years, 2+ years to pay you the rest of the money? And we're going to do our best to get this to you. And they have restructured. That is what debt restructuring is. You go there and says, you know what, we can lie to you that we're going to give you this money in December, but we can't. But if we can pay it slowly, then you'll get your money. And the only winner here is the former coach, isn't it? But I have to commend FAZ on this initiative. They need to do the same with Avram Grant as well. They got rid of him unceremoniously, rightly so, in my opinion. I don't think Africa needs some of these expatriate coaches. First of all, they cost a fortune. When you get rid of them, you're paying through your nose. Get a local coach, try and give them the same amount of resources, get them the coaching badges they need, get them the experience they need, expose them to new footballing practices, and go from there. You saw the teams that did the best at the African Nations Cup this year, last year, this year. They were all local coaches. I know exposed obviously to the outside world, but we can do the same. Find exposed coaches and implement some of their processes as well as their experience, harness them and build from there. But still, you don't need to fall into this debt trap, which is these expatriate coaches who know the law. They get a lawyer, send you to FIFA. FIFA will give them a fortune you don't have, and they'll cripple you forever. So now the outstanding balance that FAZ need to pay Asanovic is $732,526.10. And it should be fully settled. So what we need to do, I think, as a Zambian public, is to be as supportive as we can, because you know what, reputations matter. Reputations matter so much, and yeah, get this paid off. Make sure we leave out that Avram Grant relationship in good books. Let's make sure that these guys, like, isn't it nice when you're watching a team and your former coaches are coming to sit with you, with your presidents, with your former players, with the fans, having that respectful relationship even after the relationship ends. I think that is something we should be vying for, and I really want to see more of how this FAZ administration is going to take diplomacy, how far we're going to go with diplomacy, and it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I'm really interested to see what happens. But yeah, guys, that is the story. I wanted to bring this out earlier, but as an Arsenal fan, I've got problems. I got big problems. I've got big problems with my guy there. But as a Zambia fan, I'm going to be covering the Women's African Nations Cup soon. I need to do the preview. We've got 2 months to go, but I've got enough time to set it up. I want to get it bigger and better than I did it when we did it last time. We need to get better at it, and I'm very excited. The good thing is now I know a lot of these African players because I watched them at the last tournament. Yeah, and I know a lot more about them now. So guys, look out for some great content for the WAFCON 2026 happening in Morocco in March. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.